Wait, let's stop there just for a moment.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this right now.
You got it. Joel, where are we and why are we here?
I've lost.
It's called the live video revolution.
Step back here.
Okay, so we are doing an interview, take one.
If you're happy
That was
and you
way
know
better
it,
than mine.
I'm a clapper.
All right, so what are we talking about today? Live video, right?
Yeah, live video. I mean, if you look at media in general, revolutions have happened many times. It began with the print revolution, right, in the Gutenberg press, and then the radio revolution, where people gathered around the radio to listen to whatever was being said. And then we went to television. Now we had visuals, so we could sit around as a family and watch that. And then this thing called the online world happens, the internet. Everything changes. It's a whole game changer. Yeah. And throughout the internet revolution, we've seen a number of revolutions, and we've seen a number of trends. The latest thing that becomes the mode of communication for people to be able to reach their customers, their peers, their prospects. And, it began with building a website back in 1995. And those that built sites in those early years, in the late 90s and early 2000s, were ahead of the curve. And then we got the blogging revolution. And those that got started in blogging very early grew very large following. Then we have the social media revolution. It began with this thing called MySpace, but it really kicked in with Twitter and Facebook in 2007. And if you were posting on social media in 2007, you were on the front lines and you were able to grow your following faster and more effectively, and you had higher engagement and conversions. What happened in 2008? Well, because of the iPhone, we had the app revolution. And there are those that got into the game early and created applications for the iPhone and went up to the top and led the way. Well, here we are in 2016, and live video is nothing new, but we are still in the pioneering phase of live video. And what's happening right now is that those who are getting it, those who are seeing the power of live video, are able to build an audience, create influence, and affect change. And this is the live video revolution.
Like a good percentage of them are afraid to jump onto a trend, which you know how it is. If you jump into a trend, you're gonna find you're ahead of anybody else that's trying to make blogging work. Yeah, right.
I'm doing it. I've already, got thousands of followers on Periscope. My Twitter following is just about to hit 250,000. So I'm the most followed person on the planet. I just passed 30,000. So I'm doing 3 shows a week, getting these big name guests.
Well, and the funny thing is,
system.
And you know this about
system. Here's what people need to understand is, while we've been on this social media train since 2007, and we've got 1.5 billion people using Facebook, 300 million Twitter active users, 150 million or so Instagram users, and 150 million Snapchat users. With live video, the ability to interact and see people's faces as they're speaking in real time is the most legitimate form of social media that we have. It puts the truly social back into social media in a fresh new way that's incredibly familiar, because we understand what it's like to talk to other human beings face to face. And so if you can't be at an event, and you can't be all the time because you have to have a life, conduct your business, be with family and friends, then live video provides you with an instant opportunity to connect with people all over the world, to grow your brand, to grow your influence, and to be able to make an impact, all from the comforts of this device. It's powerful stuff.
What are we up to? 1.3 billion smartphone users, right? Like literally anybody can download the app, get started. Suppose
Can we just run somewhere?
Run with it.
See, I've been doing live video streaming since 2008 when Ustream.tv came out. We had to come up with some really interesting ways to do our weekly shows, but it really wasn't until early 2015 when the Meerkat app came out for the iPhone that we had reached this tipping point. Finally, the applications were simple enough to use and there was a large enough install base of mobile users combined with the bandwidth that we now have so that we could easily stream live video. It became that tipping point where all of a sudden this technology that had kind of been available, the adoption began and the pioneers began blazing the trail. And so I've been amongst that pack since the beginning, and over the past year or so have experimented with all the various streaming applications, both on mobile and on desktop, and have been able to develop a significant following, which of course grows my influence. And that's why I want to teach others how to do this, because I've got my message, but everybody has theirs. And now the playing field has been leveled again. Anybody can pick up their phone and instantly begin broadcasting their content, their passion, share their knowledge with the world in a flash.
When you jumped from whatever the day job Joel Comm was, which I think you've been kind of serial entrepreneur for so long, I don't know if you ever even had a day job.
I did, but it was in my mid-20s. When I was 30s when I launched my first website in 1995.
Wow.
Totally date myself. Huh?
That's all right.
I don't mind. Yeah, people, the biggest mistakes people make are, one, they quit too soon, right? They pick it up and maybe they don't fully understand what it is they're doing, and when they don't see instant results, they go, this doesn't work, right? That's actually pretty
good metaphor right there, yeah.
I need my phone. But the other thing is people take a new medium and they instantly see it as a soapbox, and they jump on top of that soapbox and they immediately start selling their stuff, and they skip completely the entire process of natural human interaction. People buy from those that they like, know, and trust. It's not buy my stuff and then find out if you like me, know me, or trust me. Well, never before has there been a simpler tool provided that allows you to build that like, know, and trust so that you can get to the transaction. But realize that it's not about the transaction itself. It's about the relationships that you build and the value that you deliver along the way.
Gotta have
The bottom line is that everybody has value to bring to the world. Each person listening to me right now has individual passions, talents, skills, ability, a unique personality that makes them who they are. And I believe everybody's created to take all those components of who they are and bring value to the world around them. Some people are afraid to be on camera. There's those insecurities that get stirred up, and I totally get that. Believe it or not, I used to be terrified to do public speaking to the point that I wanted to run from the room crying. But by pushing through and remembering that this isn't about me, this is about people out there that need to hear the message that I'm going to share with them. They need perhaps the information and knowledge. Maybe they need some inspiration to go on, to believe that they can do it. Maybe they just want to entertain and get some laughs. But whatever that value is, remember, it's about the people receiving it. So when you pick up your device or you step in front of your webcam and you begin broadcasting, even if you feel nervous, it's okay. People are looking to you as the expert and the authority in your field. And your job is to just show up and tell them what you know. And anybody can do that.
Exactly. So that brings me to my next question perfectly.
Are you a rapper?
Are you a rapper?
Everybody starts with one. You got to tell somebody. And when you deliver content that's valuable, that one person will go and tell their friends. And they'll tell their friends. It's about consistency. It's about regularly showing up. You know, I remember hearing Gary Vee talk about how he did 1,000 episodes of Wine Library TV before he really had the consistent audience, but he believed so much in what he was doing and the value that he was bringing, that he continued to bring it again and again and again. The beauty today is that with live streaming, there is an instant audience. People are actually on Periscope and Blab, and they're surfing for things to watch. The world has changed. Many of us, maybe you included, have canceled their cable, that you no longer get traditional television coming into your house. You're watching Netflix, you're watching Amazon Prime, you're watching Hulu, and you're binge watching the programming you want when you want it. Well, that is now spilled over into the mobile and live streaming world. There are tons of people, millions, that are opting to watch people just like you and me on Periscope, on Facebook Live, on Blab, instead of watching Netflix, instead of watching cable, instead of watching network television, because they're connecting with real people that are doing the shows. The world has changed. Live streaming is a part of it, and that's why now is the time to jump onto the live video revolution bandwagon. A lot of times people ask, where's the money? Show me what the ROI is. What's the return on investment? That is not how social media was ever intended to work. And if that's the mindset that you have, then you're missing the entire point of social media. It's about relationships, and it's about building the influence through the value that you bring. In 1995, I thought I knew how I would make money with my website, and I thought I would make money with advertising. That first year of being online was very difficult. But then out of the blue, because I had consistently shown up and created content and believed that this internet thing was going somewhere, I got a call from a guy in another state who I didn't know, representing an international multimedia conglomerate that I had never heard of. They were from Japan, so I couldn't even pronounce it. And they offered me a licensing deal. It was the showing up and being consistent that opened the door for that transaction to take place. In 1997, when I built a multiplayer gaming site with my partner, it was one of the first multiplayer game sites in the world where people could play hearts, chess, checkers, bridge, backgammon, and we didn't know exactly where the monetization would come from, but we built the site, and a year later ended up getting acquired by Yahoo, and it became the foundation for what is now known as Yahoo Games, one of the most popular multiplayer game sites on the web. But it's that seeing the future and knowing that there's something there without knowing exactly where the payoff was that actually opened the door to the payoff. And of course, that's happened for me time and time again. It's happened with apps, it's happened with recorded video, it's happened with software, it happened with Google AdSense, and now it's happening right now with live video. And that's why I want to take you along with me, so that 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years down the road, you're looking back and going, I am sure glad that I did not miss this one. I may have missed building my website. I may have missed blogging. I may have missed podcasting and app creation. I may have missed the boat on social media, but I see the vision for this, and I'm going to take advantage of it. We're testing, snap that. That sounds like so weird. So that projector, my father had one of those when we were growing up. We would watch our Super 8 home movies, silent movies that they would take when we were on vacation, and they would be 3-minute reels.
Wow.
And he would
the original Snapchat.
Yeah, the original Snapchat. And I have that projector today still. So among the apps that we're using as part of the live video revolution include Periscope, which Twitter owns. It's powerful stuff. Facebook Live, of course, owned by Facebook, Blab.im, and then there's some ancillary up-and-comers like Meevee, but also, in my mind, included in the live video revolution is an app called Snapchat. Now, you might not get it, but I want you to trust me on this. That airplane noise might be a little obnoxious.
It's good, but dude, you're right. I didn't get Snapchat, and then once I got it, I was like, This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. I guess we'll
Is that all right? Over the past few months, I have become a student of Snapchat. I get it, and people are regularly asking me, how have I built my follower base so quickly, and what is the content that I'm creating that is so compelling that people are snapping me and engaging with me so often? Let me tell you that between the live video apps and Snapchat, I've not seen the kind of engagement and conversions since the beginning of email. And that's why you need to be paying attention to this app, and I'm going to show you how. There's a picture that I used in my Periscope Summit of technology adoption, and it shows the curve: pioneer, early adopter, critical mass, late adopter, dead people, right? And at Periscope Summit, what I said is we're 2016 is the year we go from pioneer to early adopter. You don't have to use that. I've spent the last 21 years of my online career looking at the latest technologies and deciding what the next big thing is. Live video is going to be huge. Periscope, Facebook, Blab, whatever form it takes, live video is here to stay. Snapchat is here to stay. Those that position themselves in this space will become the authorities that others will look to as the masses come. When I built my first website in 1995, I didn't know exactly where it was going, but I knew I wanted on that ride. Same thing when I built my first app, when I built a mobile marketing system, when I shot the world's first competitive internet reality show. I didn't know exactly where it was going, but I was intrigued enough by the ability to create that I knew it would pay off. Same thing with live video streaming. If you don't get involved and engage with it right now, you are missing the opportunity to jump onto the level playing field that you have wished would show up on your doorstep. Here it is. It's my belief that if we're following our passions, if we're following our gut instinct to investigate and experiment with the things that interest us, we're going to discover places for our talent to come forth, for the value that we bring to be a natural offshoot of our own curiosity. And so I wouldn't worry so much about the end, about what's going to happen. I would be concerned if you're not experimenting, if your curiosity isn't leading you to try new things, to pick up that phone and say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do a Periscope because I have something to say. And I believe there's people out there that will want to hear it.
Now, I'm not a young guy, and lots of people will tell you that social media on live video is a game for millennials. Well, the most exciting prospect in my business life is proving that having what it takes to succeed at anything isn't just about harnessing the latest and greatest trends. It's about finding the ones that actually cause a fundamental shift in how we as humans connect, how we share, how we'll be human. Live video represents everything that technology should do and enables us to do what we love to do better. Now, this technology, the strategy, and the tactics behind live video, they're intuitive and logical to a point. I mean, we all have the tools today to execute, but just because we have the tools doesn't mean we know what to do with them. There's one universal truth that holds true when trying to learn anything new, and I should know I've been learning the tools and strategies for years. There's no better way to learn, to profit, and to execute than combine the right path with the right actions. The path for a good meal is grandma's recipe. The path for a new home is the blueprint from the architect. That recipe and that blueprint, they're powerful shortcuts that save us time, money, and energy. They give peace of mind that our cake isn't going to taste awful and that the roof's not going to collapse at night. The point is, you don't have to go it alone. You don't have to make up everything from scratch. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can start with what's working now, effectively cutting to the front of the line. Now, as I've mentioned, my job, my career, my passion is to jump on the cutting edge, to take the punches and to learn the hard way. Why? Well, I love to teach. I love to inspire and to take people with me into the next big thing. And I've got to tell you, that next big thing is here, and it's the live video revolution. Now, this isn't going to be your traditional internet marketing info product. This isn't going to be a bunch of random outdated videos. This is going to be much more results oriented, and I want you to grow with me. You see, live video changes so fast that the old info product model just doesn't work here. In fact, during the production of this video, multiple new platforms have launched and many changes have happened to the core video platforms as well. That's why I've decided to create the live video revolution differently. It's a risk. The tried and true info product launch churn and burn model is tried and trusted and gets the product producer lots of sales quick. But I don't want just a product launch that wraps up and you never hear about it again. I want something that will continue bringing value to you and your business long after you sign up. Now, there's one thing I've learned from being in this industry for a very long time. Success can be predictable as long as you have the key items, the right strategy, methods, and training, and most importantly, access to accountability. That's why we've designed the Live Video Revolution as a 3-part live interactive workshop where I'll personally be bringing you in-depth training on each current platform, along with giving you my exact strategies for generating results with live video. Part 1 is all about laying the groundwork. I'll walk you through the technical side of video broadcasting. We'll walk through all the apps, walk through how and when to use which for which audience. And again, this is interactive. It's about us working together to custom tailor live video broadcasting for your audience. The first part of this special workshop is going to take you from beginner to pro, and I'll be there with you every step of the way. Now, after we get the tech all sorted out, it's time to start building. Part 2 is where we're going to dive deep into development and asset creation. You'll soon find your competition usually skips this area and focuses just on their return on investment. By developing true value that encourages engagement, you'll be light years ahead and on your way to building a true, long-lasting business. And last but not least, Part 3 will be bringing you live, in-depth, and exclusive interviews with the experts who have harnessed the power of this live video revolution to grow their businesses and brand awareness. We'll also be opening the floor to you so you're able to interact and ask any questions you may have to gain better clarity on how you too can have similar success. Learn from the best, all from the comfort of your office chair or toilet. Just remember to keep the webcam off, okay? Now, on top of the special 3 days of training, you'll be getting full access to all the recordings and an interactive Facebook group mastermind where we'll all work together to stay on top of what's working now and in the future. Now, that's a lot of value, I know, but to make sure you get the most out of this training, even before it goes live, you're going to get instant access to these special bonuses. The first bonus is called Authority Re-Engineered. This tactical training will take you step by step on how to make sure your online presence is the best it can be. There are some powerful shortcuts. This bonus training will re-engineer what's working now in online marketing to make sure you've got the tools in place to capture all the leads you're generating. This bonus is ideal for anyone who needs a leg up in the starting phase of building out their online presence. But even the best of the best can use these strategies and shortcuts to increase their leads and sales. Bonus 2. Now, a special bonus that, again, you'll only receive when you sign up for the Live Video Revolution virtual workshop are ranking through streaming in-depth training. As you know, the most important asset of any business is their lead list, more specifically, their email list. This bonus training will teach you how you can easily rank videos on YouTube and in Google by harnessing the power of live video injecting. I know it sounds a bit technical, but trust me, once you've got this strategy down, you're going to be amazed at how quick and easy you could rank for even tough keywords. Bonus 3. It doesn't stop there. We're hooking you up with a pro trial version of full scope analytics software. You've heard the saying, numbers don't lie when it comes to live streaming, right? Okay, I may have made part of that quote up, but analytics are a crucial tool to have in your business. My good friend Casey Zeman is giving you a trial of the new professional version of his Periscope analytic tool so you can have a clear vision and measurement of how and when your audience engages with your message. You can also connect with Twitter to do something really amazing. Retarget anyone who attended your stream with Twitter ads. There's incredible possibilities here, and I'm giving you access to it today. And speaking of scaling, this brings us to our final bonus that you get when you purchase today. And that bonus is called Live Agency System. When I mentioned I want you to grow with me, I really meant it. Live Agency System coaches you on how you can provide live streaming as a service. Lots of you have marketing consulting or web design companies, but really anyone that wants to help their clients grow can provide live streaming as a service. And we're going to walk you through each step of the process, from generating leads to closing the deal. This could serve as an added service within your business, or if you're really ambitious, this could be an entire business in itself. You're the one taking the time to learn the skills. Why not profit from them while you're using them? Don't worry, I'm not going to do that to you. My goal is to make this as powerful and as affordable as possible. In fact, even though the bonuses are worth far more than $2,000, today's investment doesn't even come close. During this special grand opening, not only do you get the live video revolution, but you get all of the bonuses I mentioned for a one-time investment of just $297. Again, you get the 3-day live virtual workshop, all the recordings, lifetime access to the Facebook group mastermind, and the fill in all the gaps bonuses. Pretty cool, right? All you have to do is sign up today and you'll get instant access to the members area with all the information on when the live events are going to happen. Below, you'll find details as well as to when they'll be held and what happens if you can't make one of those days. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Now, I've been working and designing this program non-stop over the last few months, so I'm 100% confident you'll get everything you need. However, I want to make this deal even sweeter. If you don't feel completely satisfied, loving the direction your passion and this live training is taking you, then I don't want to keep your money. It's why I'm offering a no questions asked 30-day money-back guarantee with each purchase. Heck, you know what? You can even keep the bonuses too. So go ahead, click the button below and join me now in the live video revolution. See ya on the inside.